Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Project Lexus, the British DLC update. You guys know I've been trying to get this out as quickly as possible. You know I love the Lexus. Race setups are available to download on Set Space as usual. Just thought I'd put up a quick video to just show you the sort of race laps that I've been doing. These are all sort of cloudy preset as we know and love, with a bit of fuel on. All the setups are done for sort of trying to make the race setups as stable as possible, really, because it's nothing worse than rear tyres going off because you're constantly oversteering. So I've tried to make them as easy as possible to drive. Well, first off for me, but that translates quite well into sort of everyone being able to drive them quite well and gaining time over what they're driving already. So first up, we've got Donington, really fast track. Lexus not too bad around here. Actually had a good run in the dry. Struggled a little bit in the light rain when I had a race here around the other day, which is interesting. But round in the dry, it's absolutely fine. Really fast flowing circuit. Difficult on the brakes to sort of modulate the brakes. So actually that's a theme through all of these British GT tracks. Really tight English circuits, which three very contrasting styles. You've got Donington that's quite flat, quite fast flowing. Snetterton's quite long, very technical, and then you've got Oulton Park, just super bumpy and difficult to hook up a lap with a lot of awkward curbs and bumps. So I hope these sort of help you as fast as you can through the chicane, and then coming into the second last corner, just braking a little bit after the 100-metre board there. There's a little mark on the road. Track guides will be out for these very soon. Snetterton's out already, but I'll get round to the others in GT3 and GT4 as soon as I can. So hopefully that guys will help you as well. Going around the last bend, then important to keep it tight and get a really straight exit. A little bit of oversteer kicking in there, but you need the rotation to go around there, otherwise you just lose a lot of time understeering through that section. Straight into Snetterton, then really difficult final corner. I'll put a link to the track guide up above as well, because we break down this lap in a lot more detail, but really important to get your trail braking brain in gear for this circuit, even around corners like this first one, where you dab the brakes and let off them as soon as possible to get that turning into the first corner. Around a lot of these hairpins as well, you're going to be braking quite deep and trying to cut back, getting that rotation in the car. So it's important to really think about how you're braking for these. Little bit of time loss around this next corner though. Go a little bit too early, not quite wide on entry, so I lose a little bit of confidence on the way out and lose a bit of room, but that's absolutely fine. As I said, these are set up for stability, for race setups. The camera's a little bit lower than what you'd find on a hotlap setup. It's not for ultimate pace. You can definitely make these slightly more aggressive for your qualifying setups and times. But these, for an endurance race, for an hour stint, 70-minute stint, they're exactly what I've been using through ACR and the other endurance and longer leagues that I've been doing. So they've served me pretty well in the pro tiers so far. So shouldn't be a problem for most people to get the speed out of them. Coming down the Bentley straight then into what is probably the most difficult corner out of all of the new British DLC tracks. Really awkward. Child braking heaven. I wish I could show you the braking trace on screen at the minute, but you're never really on full brakes through there. Just trying to modulate the brake as much as you can so you can keep turning while you're on the brake. Important to not overload the tyres through there, especially in the race. Loads of runoff there, and then there's this really long right-hander into another really awkward braking zone, which again you need to be as straight as possible, never really coming up to full brakes, and get as clean an exit as you can over the curb, and away we are. Going past the pits, which the pit entry is extremely difficult. I urge you to practice that if you haven't already, as it definitely almost caught me out the other day. Switch into Oulton Park, probably my favourite of the new circuits. I really like Snetterton, don't get me wrong, but Oulton Park is probably my favourite, just because it's so bumpy, and I love the noises and things that are coming off the car here when you smack in the ground or the front of the car. Going over the curbs are a little bit awkward. It's really great. Missed the apex on that first corner slightly, but that was me rather than the setup, really. Make sure you brake just before this bump on the right hand side here, otherwise you will end up in that hedge on the right hand side. Try and get a smoother exit. There's a lot of room you can use on the edge, the exit of that corner actually. Let off slightly, or a quick dab of the brakes to this left-hander. Don't want to carry too much speed, because if you go in the grass on the right-hand side there is no hope for you whatsoever. You will be hitting that wall. Nice groove to stick into this into the right-hand hairpin there. Get a nice smooth exit on the power, nice and early through there. You can cut this curbing on the left-hand side quite a lot. change down again just after, so you get that rotation into the right hand section of that up the hill, and then using this little hut or the brake marker on the left hand side into this another little chicane section. Important you don't clobber that curb on the inside. Take this one slower than you think, so you can cut back to the left to get as straight a run as possible over the curb on the inside. Don't spend too much time on that curb on the outside and away up the hill. Again, you are for a super awkward double right-hander, which you sort of come in a left-hand turn, then you have to dab the brakes. I probably should hold on to the brakes a little bit longer than I do. I was slightly hesitant on the throttle there, but it gives you a good idea of sort of the line for that corner, and then into the final one, braking at the marker. Need to find another one because that one will disappear in the race. Down to first gear, nice and early on the power, but modulating the throttle, get the steering as straight as possible, and we're away. Guys, like I said, download the setups on SetSpace. The link is in the description below. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know how you get on with them in the comments as well. And I'll be on to the next car pretty soon. It's going to be the McLaren, really. I've done half of it, but I'm just, you know, with the latest update, I'm just going through them and adjusting a few things, and I'll go through and record for you. So look out for that. Until next time, see you guys.